Good evening, I'm Rachel Lynn, and here are tonight's top stories. A recent uproar on social media regarding a startling report from NASA is making headlines all across the country this evening, as astronomers at an observatory in Texas discovered signs that a nearby star may soon explode. Dr. Craig Ortiz of the University of Texas at Austin, one of the chief astronomers named in NASA's report, joined a press conference with other NASA officials this afternoon to answer questions about what effects this possible explosion might have on our planet. Here's what he had to say.
Over the past few days, there had been copious amounts of speculation regarding our recent report on the star, known as VR 6637c. We have called for this press conference in order to clear the record for the public about just exactly what our studies found. First of all, 6637c is a supergiant which is about 25 light-years away from Earth. While it is true that it is nearing the end of its natural evolution, it is at the far end of what we call the danger zone for gamma-ray exposure, in the event a supernova actually occurs. This means that the star still poses a risk to our planet, but it is not as significant as most might have assumed based on our previous findings. The report released 2 days ago by numerous astronomers including myself, in coordination with a routine survey for NASA Science, showed that the apparent magnitude of 6637c, which is essentially how bright the star appears from Earth, temporarily increased by a noticeable amount when compared to previous data. Our research indicated that 6637c may soon witness the collapse of its iron core, which would warrant a type of supernova that could release harmful radiation in all directions. However, soon in this instance could mean tomorrow, or it could mean 100 years from now. We also cannot reject the possibility that the star may simply have exerted a massive solar flare, in which case the Earth would be entirely spared from any harm whatsoever.
In other news, Storm Team 2 is tracking a line of severe weather that has been moving across the state for most of the day, causing traffic delays and even a few power outages. Our very own Dave Baxter has more information. Dave?
That's right, Rachel. Right now we're seeing this big band of heavy rain moving in from the south, traveling at several miles an hour. Winds are at about 60 miles per hour right now, but we can expect that number to drop as the storm begins to dissipate. If we take a look at the future track, we'll see that
we interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. The station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WSBX-TV. We will continue to serve the Atlanta area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Atlanta area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. Stand by for a representative of the President. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Scott Sutton, and I am the Deputy Director of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. I have been authorized by the President to speak to the nation over the emergency alert system. I regret to inform the American people as well as the global scientific community that by all indications, the star VR 6637c has collapsed, resulting in a Type II supernova that is visible to the naked eye on Earth. Initial visual confirmation of the event was reported roughly an hour ago by astronomers at the Palomar Observatory in California, and the President was quickly made aware of the situation. Due to the relatively close proximity between VR 6637c and Earth, we know the gamma radiation from the explosion is already beginning to penetrate the ozone layer. The loss of ozone means that harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun will reach the Earth's surface, resulting in a heating effect that will vary in severity depending on how much of the ozone layer has been depleted. We are working as quickly as possible to provide the public with accurate information about this phenomenon, but for now, all residents of the United States are strongly encouraged to seek a place of shelter and stay indoors, even if no immediate effects are experienced. Direct gamma radiation and UV exposure can lead to lasting health defects as well as death, so please take every precaution to shield yourself from sunlight. Gamma radiation will continue to affect the Earth until the light from the explosion fades, which could take several days to weeks. Do not attempt to look at the supernova. Get inside a substantial shelter as soon as you can, and close all windows and doors. Do not go outside unless directed to do so by local officials. If you are outside, shield your eyes from light and cover up as much of your skin as possible with thick articles of clothing. This is for your safety. Please monitor local media outlets for more emergency information, and gather emergency supplies such as a flashlight and a battery-powered radio in case the phenomenon has adverse effects on power grids or communications equipment. This is likely to occur. Pay attention to all messages given to you by local officials. Again, this is for your safety. NASA will periodically update the federal and state governments with more information about this event, and all emergency messages regarding this event will be relayed by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration on all NOAA weather radio stations. In order to minimize casualties, your government is counting on your full cooperation. Thank you.
This is the NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, WXJ-21, broadcasting from the SCETV Tower on Paris Mountain in Greenville County, operating on a frequency of 162.550 MHz. This transmitter is serving the upstate of South Carolina. Here is a special weather statement from the National Weather Service for the listening area. The forecast ultraviolet index will continue to rise this week due to the depletion of stratospheric ozone above the continental United States. As a result, temperatures will increase gradually throughout the week. Even on cloudy days, extended ultraviolet exposure can be dangerous. Stay indoors for as long as possible, and listen to all directions given to you by local officials. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the upstate of South Carolina, including the Greenville-Spartanburg vicinity. Rest of today, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming cloudy. Chance of showers and thunderstorms likely in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-90s. Northeast winds near 15 miles an hour. Chance of rain 80%. Tonight, mostly cloudy with chance of showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 50%. Friday, mostly cloudy. Chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning, then showers likely and chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 90s. North winds near 15 miles an hour. Chance of rain 70%. Friday night, mostly cloudy with chance of showers and slight chance of thunderstorms. Lows in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 50%. Saturday, mostly cloudy in the morning, then becoming partly cloudy. Chance of showers. Highs in the upper 90s. Northeast winds near 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain 30%. Saturday night, partly cloudy. Chance of light showers. Lows in the upper 70s. Chance of rain 20%. Sunday and Sunday night, partly cloudy. Chance of light showers. Highs approaching 100 degrees. East winds near 10 miles an hour. Chance of rain 20%. Monday, sunny. Highs exceeding 100 degrees. Southeast winds near 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain minimal. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-80s. Chance of rain minimal. Tuesday, sunny. Highs exceeding 100 degrees. Southeast winds near 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain minimal. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Chance of light showers. Lows in the mid-80s. Chance of rain 10%. Wednesday and Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Chance of light showers. Highs exceeding 100 degrees. South winds near 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain 10%. The forecast ultraviolet index for Thursday is 6. This exposure level is in the high category. There is a high risk of harm from unprotected sun exposure. Protection is needed against skin and eye damage. Here is the hazardous weather outlook for the upstate of South Carolina. For today and tonight, potentially hazardous thunderstorms will move across the upstate area. Main concerns with storms today will be locally heavy rainfall, particularly across urban areas and the National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Spartanburg County in upstate South Carolina, eastern Greenville County in upstate South Carolina, northern Lawrence County in upstate South Carolina, until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 4:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located 10 miles south of Greenville, or 5 miles southeast of Meldon, and moving northeast at 15 miles an hour. Expected hazards include golf ball-size hail and destructive wind gusts in excess of 65 miles per hour. Source: National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a line of severe thunderstorms. The following impacts are expected. Expect damage to roofs, power lines, and trees. Locations impacted include Wade Hampton, Taylors, Simpsonville, Greer, Lawrence, Duncan, and Spartanburg. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with these storms, and may lead to flash flooding. Here is a special weather statement from the National Weather Service for the listening area. The forecast ultraviolet index will continue to rise this week due to the depletion of stratospheric ozone above the continental United States.
This is an Action 15 News special report.
Hi everyone, Kenneth Rhodes here at Action 15 News headquarters. We currently have two very important advisories that have been put into effect by the National Weather Service, which may turn into significant warnings by later this afternoon, if not sooner. First, the heat advisory has been renewed until at least 7 a.m. on Wednesday. As we have reported before, this has to do with the largely inescapable depletion of the ozone layer that is resulting from the supernova just a few days ago, but scientists are now predicting the immediate effects of the supernova, including the ozone depletion, will last until roughly next week. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast, we can see that temperatures will continue to rise beyond the record high of 122 degrees beginning on Thursday and will near 130 around the end of the week. This is an extremely dangerous situation for anyone caught outside for more than just a few moments, no matter how much protection you have from the sun, which is why numerous authorities including the governor have strongly encouraged everyone to remain indoors and shutter all windows. Again, a heat advisory remains in effect until 7 a.m. on Wednesday at the very least. Now, moving on to our second posted advisory, which is a wind advisory in effect until 6 p.m. this evening. The combination of such hot and dry conditions as well as these high winds coming from the west will probably culminate in dust storms, but we have yet to see any advisories or warnings related to that. We're seeing winds up to about 35 miles an hour with gusts of up to 45 miles an hour, and these conditions only started just a little while ago, so expect those numbers to rise as the day goes on. We would take you live to one of our reporters if they were out in the field, but conditions are far too dangerous to do so. I strongly recommend that everyone get inside as soon as possible and drink plenty of water. Even though these advisories have yet to develop, they should be taken as seriously as possible. To recap, the previously posted heat advisory has been extended until at least 7 a.m. on Wednesday, but that will probably be extended yet again as we see temperatures surpassing the record high of 122 degrees on
The National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a high wind warning for Maricopa County in southern Arizona and western Pinal County in southern Arizona until 6:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. The wind advisory is no longer in effect. Hazards include damaging wind gusts. Winds are moving east at 35 to 40 miles an hour with gusts up to 65 miles an hour. Timing: the strongest wind gusts will occur from after 2 p.m. this afternoon until midnight tonight. Impacts: the strong winds will be capable of bringing down trees and power lines. Unsecured outdoor items such as trash cans will also be easily blown about. At current atmospheric conditions, photochemical smog may develop and decrease visibility. A high wind warning means a hazardous high wind event is expected or occurring. Sustained winds above 40 miles an hour can lead to property damage.
Following counties: in Arizona, Gila, Maricopa, Pima, Pinal, and Yuma. An air quality alert is in effect for Monday, August 21st. The Arizona Department of Environmental Quality has issued a health watch for ozone effective August 21st and 22nd, 2023. Air pollution concentrations within the region may become unhealthy for sensitive groups. Sensitive groups include children, people suffering from asthma, heart disease or other lung diseases, and the elderly. Gamma radiation in the atmosphere is expected to increase the amount of nitrogen oxides in the air over the region, causing ground-level ozone and photochemical smog, especially in urban areas. Generally, the highest levels of ozone occur in the afternoon. For more information about this health watch, visit www.azdeq.gov. You're listening to National Weather Service NOAA Weather Radio, KEC 94 in Phoenix, Arizona, serving south-central Arizona. The current time is 5:21 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Here is the 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time observation for south-central Arizona, including the greater Phoenix area on Monday, August 21st. At Sky Harbor, it was windy. Visibility 2 miles. Temperature was 113 degrees. Wind was The The National Weather Service in Phoenix has issued a dust storm warning, which is in effect until 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time this evening. Affected areas include Chandler, Gilbert, Glendale, Paradise Valley, Phoenix, Mesa, Scottsdale, and Tempe. Timing, until 8:30 p.m. Winds, 35 to 45 miles per hour, with wind gusts near 65 miles per hour. Impacts, visibility will drop suddenly, resulting in hazardous travel conditions. Be ready for a sudden drop in visibility to near zero. If you encounter blowing dust or blowing sand on the roadway, or see it approaching, pull off the road as far as possible and put your vehicle in park. Turn the lights all the way off and keep your foot off the brake pedal. Remember, pull aside, stay alive. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Arizona Department of Emergency and Military Affairs. A large dust storm is threatening the Phoenix metropolitan area, including the surrounding cities in the Southeast Valley area. Combined with ground-level ozone caused by atmospheric gamma radiation and dangerous heat, this storm poses a significant threat to life, especially for those who have conditions such as asthma or heart disease. Driving is extremely hazardous on all roads in southern Arizona. If you become stranded, emergency vehicles may not be able to reach you. If you are stranded, do not leave your vehicle. Take shelter now. Do not wait for the storm to intensify. Repeating, a large dust storm is threatening the Phoenix metropolitan area, including the surrounding cities in the Southeast Valley area. This storm poses a significant threat to life. Take shelter now. Do not wait for the storm to intensify. For the following counties in Arizona: Gila, Maricopa, Pima, Pinal, and Yuma. An air quality alert is in effect for Monday, August 21st. The Arizona Department of Environmental